Hey everyone, welcome back to another 31-minute podcast. We have decided to change the name. Tommy and I have just been talking about it. We're going to call it Matt Steinway.
Yeah, I love the name.
The podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Matt Steinway. It's such a great name.
It's easy. We've been thinking of names over the last couple of weeks and nothing's really sat. So Tommy, while I've got you,
Yes.
It's been an action-packed morning here at the Steinway house. There's been things going on everywhere. Energy is really what I want to talk to you about today. I have had a number of people come to me and say they've got really low energy. I reckon there would have been somewhere between 3 and 7 people in the last few days.
Yes.
Trevor being one of them, Jordan's mum being another one. And it doesn't matter about their age. They are searching for better energy.
Correct.
So I understand what I've learned.
Yes.
And it's probably the quest I'm on now with life.
Yes.
It's energy first. I had a really average sleep 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And Stormy got up 3 or 4 times, had to go to the toilet, blah, blah, blah. I was a bit tossing and turning. I ate later than usual. Yeah. And yesterday, I had such an average day.
Yeah.
So it matches, doesn't it?
It does, 100%.
Your performance in life matches your energy position.
No question.
And the way you nurture it. But you've got to have an energy plan.
Yes.
That's what I've learnt out of all of this.
Yes.
And the energy plan takes a lot of consistency and discipline and also desire.
Yeah.
You've got to want to perform at your best.
100%.
Yeah. Otherwise you won't do it.
No.
You'll just eat food for emotional reasons or relaxation reasons. You won't push yourself to do those extra things.
Yes,
You'll sit and just watch TV like a blob and eat food and make it a whole maybe emotional process rather than a performance process. Yes. Where does energy come from?
Look, it's okay to be tired sometimes. After all, you're human. You're not a machine. Well, you're a machine, but most of us, we're human, right? It's okay to be tired sometimes. But the energy that you have, you cannot get up in the morning from bedroom, go sit on a couch. Something's not right. So energy comes from 2 sources.
Can I just jump in on that?
Yeah.
Just I want to make sure I expand why I've got you today, because every month you bring up a delivery for me, and I want to pin you down.
Yeah, easy.
So when you're saying that, are you talking about waking up lethargic? That's just when you say go from the waking up to sit on the lounge. Are you talking about waking up lethargic?
Not lethargic, but more just not fully recovered. You get up like, oh, I gotta go sit on the couch. I'll sit on the couch a little bit, then I get my phone, then my coffee. You're supposed to get up and go. There's no hanging around. There's nothing between. So the brain remembers what happens every day. If you get up every morning, literally, you get up, you have a cold shower like you do, ice bath, breath work, this, all that. The brain remembers. Or you get up, you have coffee, you get on cell phones, you get on emails, you do something not healthy. It also remembers as well. The energy comes from 2 sources. The night before, as you do, but also the entire day. You have all your mitochondria, right? That they produce energy.
Mitochondria?
Mitochondria. Yeah. They're everywhere, right? Your brain, your heart, they're everywhere.
So before we go too far down that track, mitochondria is the motors in your cells.
Little engines.
Little engines. And there's 320,000 in each cell.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying?
That's a lot of
And so I'm just making sure people, because look, you're very researched and a qualified man. We're not. So I want to make sure people get the most out of this podcast.
Correct.
So, and I always say to people, and I could be wrong here, that what I've learned so far is an energy thing is usually a microbiome and mitochondria issue. Could be.
100%. Yeah.
So can you explain that?
Yes. So whatever goes into your mouth, water, anything liquid, anything with food, the body has to digest them. If those food has 0 value and they're not friendly for your gut, you lose a lot of energy to digest them. The body says, oh my God, I don't need this. It takes a lot of effort to digest them. And then they have to be detoxed, they have to be processed, they have to go back to cell tissue. It's a lot of work. So that makes you very tired. That's when you're fasting, like you do 12 hours, 14 hours, you feel amazing because body had nothing to detox. It's just cleansing, it's recovering, recharging. So
when you're saying about the fasting, what you're talking about there is the program I'm on with you.
Yeah.
I don't eat from 5:30 if I can in the afternoon. Sometimes it's a little bit later, up until 8:30 in the morning.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
So when the body only detoxes and heals when it's empty. If you're eating 10 meals a day, like old school bodybuilders,
yeah, I was. Yeah.
You'll be tired. The body's like, geez, I have no time. It's like you're cleaning all day long, digesting all day long. So it always has, if there's no physical issue, there's no damage to your intestinal, there's nothing that's physical, then it's always your food that gives you energy or takes away energy. Perfect example. You get up in the morning, you go for a walk, you see guys getting bacon and eggs on a white roll, have a cup of coffee. But 12 o'clock, they're done. 11 o'clock, they finish. More coffee, more soft drinks, more energy drinks. 2 o'clock, they crash again. Or the guys like you, they get up, breath work, ice bath, cardio, good protein. They're pumping all day. You cannot blame it on your age. You cannot blame it on your genetics. You cannot blame it on anything. Energy comes from within. You produce your own energy. If you trick the body, if you cheat on your body, give them coffee and sugar and energy drinks, body says, great, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything, great. Then it becomes, it's like drug, it's like habit forming. You cannot function without them. Many guys we see at the office, they walk in, they're like, oh, I'm so tired. They have to get a coffee. They can't even talk to you.
What about the people? Yes.
Yeah.
What about the people? I'm just thinking of my own journey here while you've been talking. So you're exactly right. What about the people who say they can't start the day without their coffee?
Yes. So right before you wake up, within 30 to 40 seconds, your body releases 2 hormones that gives you the most amount of energy from the liver. The body knows what to do. It's like the smartest machine on the planet. You be off your head, like you and I, get up, you're like ready to go. When you do coffee, within the first 90 minutes of you waking up, could be right away or before the 90 minutes, the liver says, oh, great, I don't have to do anything. Then you don't have that energy.
When you're saying don't have to do anything, what are you talking about?
So the liver produces the hormones, right? Releases hormone for you to have energy. Once the hormones release, then you're super energized, you're super sharp, you're alert, everything's working, everything's perfect. So
that comes from the liver?
Yes. But if you drink coffee or energy drinks, within the first 90 minutes of you waking up, the body says, oh, I don't have to do anything. The body doesn't produce the energy. So all of a sudden, you have to have coffee. You cannot function without it. But coffee, as you know, has 2 lives, short life. Go.
Is that because the liver, so just on that, I didn't know that. Yeah. So is that because the liver gets so used to not producing it?
Yes.
Is that why people go, I can't start the day without my
100%,
coffee?
100%, yeah. Huh? And the thing is, coffee has 2 lives, right? Like a short life and a long life. The short life is 2-3 hours. You're pumping, you're energetic, you're going because increase the blood pressure. More blood pressure, more oxygen, you'll be very alert. But also coffee is synthetic, stimulating, and acidic. So within 2-3 hours, liver says, I don't want this coffee here, holds on to it. They just start going crash, 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 crash. And then like 12 o'clock, you want more coffee. 2 o'clock, you want more coffee because it only leaves 2-3 hours. But the second life comes in, you want to go to bed, liver says, I don't want this here, it has to go. As it's circulating to go out into the system and get disposed, you're in bed, you can't sleep. That's why we said, don't have anything stimulate 10 hours before bed. You're going to bed at 8 p.m., don't have coffee past 8 a.m., 10, 12 hours. So coffee is habit forming, it's acidic, not good for your teeth, not good for anything. And then if you drink coffee every day, you cannot function without it. And when you go off coffee, you get the headaches, you get the migraines, you get the mood swing, you can't go to the toilet. A lot of guys, Tommy, I'm so constipated. Yes, because the body forgotten how to do its work. Caffeine was pushing things out synthetically. All of a sudden, you can't function without it. So coffee is not good. You get up in the morning, have a glass of water. That's like the best energy. Like I got up this morning at 3, right? Because I need
you wake up at 3 every day?
Well, at 3:30, 4:15, but because I need to come down here. So I get up at 3. I said, no, man, I'm going to shower, I'm going to shave. I just went down to your gym. Went down to Terragon. My gym is Plus Fitness. They're everywhere. Went there, boom, tap in, trained, shower, iron my stuff, and I'm out. That's it. But I could stay home, have a cup of coffee. It's not good for you. You have to get up in the morning and go. The more you lay in bed, the more you get on your phone. The best way to start energy in the morning, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes if you don't have to, and don't have caffeine. That saves you a lot of trouble. But people...
Is that because the phone's a stimulus?
But the phone is just, it slows you down. You're not listening to music. You're checking email, checking texts. It just, the body
Distracted.
says, I'm ready to go. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to just,
But go back to the mitochondria.
Yes.
So your mitochondria are the motors. Your nutrients from your gut feeds them.
Correct.
So if someone's lacking energy,
Yes.
like Trev said to me, he goes, I'm always so tired. This is yesterday, he said that.
Yeah.
I'm always so tired. Now he runs.
Yes.
Like where does the adrenals fit into all this, and adrenaline and managing stress and all of this?
It all fits in.
So how does, if someone's feeling like that, where do they start?
Well, you always start first in the morning. If your adrenals already under stress, don't add more stress to it. Don't have the coffee on top of it. Don't have the sugar on top of it. Don't have dairy on top of it. Don't have the bad breakfast on top of it. Because body says, man, I can't breathe. You're pushing more weight on me.
So is it good to eat breakfast or not?
It depends. It's better not to eat. It's better not to eat, but an hour. If you wake up at 6, it's better not to eat for first hour because the body's still doing stuff. But if you eat breakfast, you break your fast properly. The brain needs protein and fats. The rest are not essential. They're good to have, but they don't have to have them. Get up in the morning, have your scrambled eggs, have avocados, have protein shakes, have something with fats and protein.
Your protein shakes, not the rubbish ones.
Well, not rubbish one, I hope so.
Yeah.
Just have good stuff. I tell you, like, it's the same as a car. I know this is, I don't like to repeat myself, but when you buy a new car, you only go to the best petrol station. You only go to mechanic. You have a book, logbook, to tell you, be here at this time, at this month, be here at this kilometer. You're on the book. If you look at your logbook in the car, it's all in there. Every 3 months, you got oil change, you got all stuff. Our body, we don't do nothing for our body. Any water, drink it. Any soft drink, drink it. Anything, you can't just throw it down. You only have one body. Where are you gonna live? You can't get kicked out, you'll be dead. So look after your body. Have the high quality water. Have the high breakfast. Have a good organic breakfast. Have a green juice. Have a protein shakes. As you said, Tommy green shake. Have something healthy. You can't give the body junk. If you look at Trevor, right? Trevor's an amazing guy. He's a machine for working. But if you write down for you what he does all day, gets up, forgets no water, because normally you won't be thirsty. When you're unhealthy, you're not thirsty either. Get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, phone, email, text, rush. And then come to work, rush. And then
Check out.
all of a sudden, he hasn't eaten anything till 11 o'clock, which is fine.
Yeah.
But his first meal, it won't be like avocado on a toast, on paleo toast. It won't be scrambled eggs. It will be something that has no value.
Yeah.
Bacon and egg on a white roll, something that's not healthy. You can't teach the body, hey, I'm going to give the worst quality stuff and give me the best in return. Your body won't do that. You got to give them the right food.
I really like what you're saying, because what I've learned from you and Mick, it's you got to have an energy plan.
Yes.
You have to have, whether it's energy or whether it's sleep or whether it's even just managing the day.
Anything.
You got to have like a plan that you protect.
Yes.
So when you're talking about your food,
Yeah.
and I'm just relating everything back to you know, that you're saying with myself. It's amazing how much less food that I eat now. I eat a decent breakfast.
Yes.
I like eating a decent breakfast, but it's eggs and,
It's proper breakfast.
you know,
Beautiful. Yeah.
spelt sourdough now and things like this. But I like it. But if I eat too much, I feel, I
too
didn't
much.
need that. So there's this sort of parameter
Yes.
you stick in. Then I have a Tommy Green shake at about 10:30.
Great.
And then I have a lunch that's similar to breakfast.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big, but around the same size, like around it.
Yeah.
And then at night, only protein, avocado, and maybe some greens.
That's all you need.
But a lot less.
Yes.
I find that's all I need.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shake. There's another Tommy Gainer shake after training. But I find with that rhythm, I'm operating at full force.
Are you tired anytime throughout the day?
No.
Are you taking a nap in the car? No.
The only time I get tired in the day
Yeah.
is if my sleep is wrecked.
Yes.
And it's such an art to me. this stuff. And I suppose that's why you look the way you do.
But it's not. It's like
It's
not
such
complicated. It's really simple.
but it's an art
It's an art,
understanding.
Yeah.
Do this. This is the result. Do this. This is the result.
Yeah.
Whereas what you're saying before,
Yeah.
people are a bit oblivious to. It might feel good in the moment, but what's it actually doing to me?
Yes.
And I don't mean that in a critical way. I had to relearn everything I knew. I thought I knew how to. I didn't. I thought I knew
But
how
you
to.
did for what you're trying to do at the time.
Yeah, the bodybuilding.
You did perfect.
But I look back now and think, what was I even doing? But it's amazing how if you do this, this is the outcome.
Yeah.
If you do this, this is the outcome.
Yes.
So does that mean? So where does somebody start if they're listening to this? They're going, yeah, I really want better energy because there's life distractions as well.
Always.
They're not going to walk through in Tommy Bliss land
and life happens. Life is always there.
Yeah. So what if they're like right in the midst of running real fast, and they want to rewire their whole life?
Yeah.
Because if they do this over a period of, this is not a quick fix either. It's
it's a lifestyle. Right?
It's a commitment. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So where would they start?
Look, you could do two ways. You could do the way you and I do it, hardcore, get it done and get it over with, or drag it for 3-4 weeks. I would say cut all the crap out. Your coffee, your dairy, your sugar, your wheat and gluten. You'll be sick, really, really sick because they're toxic. And as you go off, then the bodies have to detox. So you're going to get really, really sick. The mood swing, the crashes, the constipation comes in. But then you feel amazing. Or people like Trevor or people like Di, we don't want to put them to that position because they can't go to work. So just do gentle. If you get up in the morning, don't have the coffee first. Have a glass of water. Have carnitine. Have hot water and lemon. Get outside for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Have some fresh air. Take a deep breath. Cold shower. So if you're working 15, 16, 18 hours a day, all I'm asking to give your body 30 minutes. 30 minutes is nothing. You could be on your phone, work your guts out, but 5 minutes for breakfast, sit outside, have breakfast. 20 minutes for lunch, that's 30 minutes. It's not that much to ask. The poor body deserves 30 minutes break a day. That's why legally you get 10 hours and 30 minutes, right? That's for that purpose. Not to be on the phone outside on a 10-minute break or have lunch and be on the phone. That's not breaks. So the best place to start, if you want to do gentle, increase your water, get some fresh air, get some sunshine, eat something proper. Have avocado on a toast, gluten-free toast. Have salmon, have sardine, have tofu, have beans, have proper protein, but no processed food, because when they make the food outside, no matter where you go, they have to use white salt. They have to use cheap oil. It'll be expensive. So you don't want a body to use processed.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They have to use cheap stuff to sell
choice.
it at a price point that's appealing. Never really thought
There's
about that.
no way they're going to use your olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, $80 a bottle.
Yeah.
No way. They're not going to use Celtic salt, $20 They won't, because it's too expensive. They're going to charge you $100 for a burger. You won't pay for that. So they have to use inexpensive white salt, inexpensive veggie oil most of the time.
Yeah.
If it has to be cheap, yes, they might look amazing with all the spices, but even the best restaurants, it's very hard to make money if everything is 100% clean. So your body deserves it. Buy organic stuff from your Finelli's.
Finelli Farm.
Amazing people.
Finelli's.
Buy a box from them.
Let's promote Finelli's.
But the thing about Finelli is they take a risk for you.
Yeah.
They have to wait. They take so much risk that could be stuff gets burned down, too dry, too wet, bugs. They take that risk to make sure organic.
I just, Finelli's, I buy, well, not so much, but I buy way more than I need, just so I can support them. It's not really life-changing for them, but it's like I'll buy 3 huge boxes of things, but I need like half of one. But I just love supporting them. We should, yeah.
I was going to pick some back, but I couldn't manage it.
Yeah.
But they're good people, like the meat guys, right? It takes 5 years to grow a cow. That's organic meat. You could buy same thing that it takes a year to grow a cow. Hormones and steroid. But they tell you have organic meat, grass-fed, grass-finished, is because this takes 5 years. The poor farmer has to risk 5 years of feeding these cows all day long for 5 years to give you the best food possible. And then the other guy gives them grains, junk, steroids, and hormones within 1 year. That's the difference. respect the farmer because they take a lot of risk, a lot of work. And if there's a big fire, out. It's a lot of work for organic people. It's a lot of work. That's why I always buy, when I go to shops, I don't go big shops. It's not my place. I always go my locals. Whether I'm the local, doesn't matter where I am, I will buy my stuff there. And I tell you, if nobody goes to big shops and buy the crappy stuff, they're gonna change. If you go to Woolies or Aldi's, where you go shopping, just say, look, from this week, I'm not buying no meat from them. And all of a sudden, everyone who follows Matt.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not doing it. You know what? They would change.
100%. The power of the people. I think people forget that.
Yes.
Yeah. If everybody supported their local people, they get the better food. You know, sometimes people tell me, they write messages to me, all different things, but so they say, oh, but that costs more expensive to eat organic. However, what's the long-term cost? The long-term cost, your health.
But not only that, when you get sick, you can't go to work. You lose money there. You're going to take all the time go to see doctors, hospitals, surgeries. That costs money.
Yeah, it does.
And honestly, if you eat clean organic, it doesn't cost as, I don't want to sound like I live in a different planet, but comparison to regular, it's not as expensive. You might spend extra $50-$100 a week. Don't eat all the meat, have more beans. That costs you nothing. Don't have all the salmon, have some, have cheaper food.
Domi's doing something.
Yeah. Have some cheaper food. Then that would cost you less, but you have to respect your body.
Put her out the backyard, Jack. Sorry, Tommy. Tomorrow's scared of her.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta respect your body. That's right.
Sorry, Stormy's chucking a storm out there. Yeah. So if people are with a mitochondria, you can't sort of measure that yourself.
You can,
apart from how you feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sleep obviously comes into this.
Big important things.
Big time.
Yes.
And I've noticed the later you eat at night, the worse your sleep is.
Right. Yes.
And you said something to me about your liver.
Yeah.
Not on this one, another one.
Yeah.
That if you eat carbs at night.
Yes.
Because I was waking up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Boom.
Shut
awake.
Right. Yeah.
And I was wide awake, ready to go, but I knew I was tired.
Yes.
And I said to you, why is that happening? You said carbs at night.
Correct.
I stopped eating carbs at night. Now it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Or if it happens, I wake up, I just go straight back to sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell us about eating late, what that does to your body, the digestive process.
Yeah. So the body could normally do one thing at a time. The body could only digest or detox. So when you try and go to sleep at night, so 5:30, 6 o'clock when the sun goes down, the body's supposed to start producing melatonin, which is a hormone that makes you sleep better. As the body produces melatonin, they got to come up, and go, oh, I'm tired, and relax, and then you go to sleep.
So it starts producing it when the sun goes down.
The sun goes down, generally speaking. But then, if you're eating food, late dinners, and all of a sudden, you're eating dinner, and then anything you eat becomes glucose, right? Glucose calls insulin to come help me out, to push me away. Melatonin says...
Is that why your insulin spikes?
Yes. So every time you eat, insulin is going to go up.
Right.
If you have proper fats and proper protein, then it won't spike. It will just go nice and gentle.
Okay.
So if you have dinners, late dinner, brain says, oh, I got to digest and I got to produce this. They will not work together. It's like cats and dogs, right? So your body cannot produce melatonin at the same time that digests the food and lowers, the insulin is high. So if you're eating late, glucose goes up, insulin goes high, brain says, I can't produce melatonin, so put it on hold.
Is that why you have such a crap sleep?
You can't sleep because it's not there.
I literally notice it. If I'm an hour out now, I notice it.
Yes. And it's always the insulin that you got to watch. That's why we don't do carbs at nighttime, because the spike goes up, it crashes, it goes up again. 2 o'clock, you're up. As the body is detoxing, the rest, I don't want this stuff here, dumps it into your bloodstream, your high cortisol, and you're like right awake 2 a.m. So that's why you eat earlier.
Tell me about the cortisol.
So cortisol is a hormone that you need, right? It gets you pumped. But also if it's too much, stress, anxiety comes in. So when the body's liver is detoxing, dumps all the stuff into bloodstream. If the liver is bad and all the lung, toxic, alcohol, coffee, all the stuff there, a lot of toxin to be released. As it releases, cortisol gets excited, and then you'll be right awake. So, that's why we do our best not to have.
So that's when the liver is working.
Yeah. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock a.m. is the liver time. If you up that time, that means something's not right with the liver.
So when someone's got high cortisol, is that because the liver's overloaded?
That's one of the reasons.
One of the reasons.
Plus lifestyle and food.
Stress and
everything else.
Okay.
So that's what we say 3 hours before bed, don't eat anything because it takes 3 hours to digest the food. So as the food gets digested, press, okay, food is going down, insulin is going down. Okay, here comes melatonin. You sleep better. And get up, guys have like 10 o'clock. They have a dinner at 10 o'clock. You can't go to sleep. Yes, you get knocked out because high insulin. Well, you're up, you be all night, shallow sleep. You won't be.
Do you get knocked out because all the blood goes to your stomach?
Correct.
And then you get food.
But it depends. If you have like a salmon and veggies, you'll be all right.
Okay.
We have like a heavy meal, pizzas, pastas, all the heavy stuff there. You actually glucose goes high, then insulin goes high, and then poof, you're crashing. It'd be almost like a diabetic coma. That's what happens.
So a mate of mine was getting fatter.
Yes.
And he said, I don't eat much during the day, but I eat a big meal at night.
Yeah, that's what most guys do. Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. So,
and he said, I don't want to, I'll just keep getting fatter.
so in Persia, we say, it's old saying, eat your breakfast by yourself, share your lunch with your friend, and give a dinner to enemy. That goes back 5,000 years. What does that mean? Oh, that's how bad dinner is. Give it to your enemy. What do we do in this country? Or now, everywhere, almost now, everywhere. Breakfast, nobody cares. Lunch, whatever, dinner, ourselves. We actually reverse the whole thing. So dinner, like people that live on a farm, they don't have big dinners. 5 o'clock, something light, enough to go. Dinner become more socializing now. I want to enjoy myself. I want to have a tough day. I want to reward myself. Dinner is just, it's overrated. But I have dinner by 5 o'clock.
I was just about to say, what I'm hearing is eat dinner when it's still light.
Yes, if you can.
If you can.
And go for a nice walk. Yeah. The energy come from, it's like you can't demand the body to give you things that you haven't given to him to begin with. You can't expect your car to go from here to Sydney if there's no petrol in it. It will not go. It's a great car, amazing car. It won't start because there's no petrol in it. If you want a body to give you energy, then you have to fuel it. So the fueling is your good protein, your good fats, clean water, walk a little bit. Literally 30 minutes a day, the body deserves it. And the outcome is, look at you. Outcome is amazing. You feel better, you feel lean, you feel fitter, you feel younger. Look at your skin, look at your eyes, are so freaking sparkling because you're healthy. It's not a spending money, you're investing in your health.
It's really the time. It's the time that's the biggest investment, as in protecting the 30 minutes or making the effort to make the meal. Because
I love what you said on your last podcast, that people do the wrong thing consistently. That's why they end up being overweight or unhealthy. Eat bad, drink bad, don't sleep, don't walk. That's what they end up there. But if you do the reverse, as you said it beautifully, same thing. Drink more water, go for the walks. Lunchtime, put the phone down, go around and walk around the block. If you're going somewhere, don't take an elevator, take a staircase. If you're walking somewhere, walk a little late for work. Do more. You're not designed to sit down all day on a computer. That's not a human being.
So I want to talk to you about hydration, but also one thing I've brought in, because with you and I, it's always the next piece of the puzzle that you give to me. Yeah. It's like I'm always, sometimes I just ring you. We speak most days, and I always say, what's the next piece of the puzzle? And you're like, just wait, get master what you're doing first, and then I'll give you the next one. Yeah. And then more recent times, you brought in 20 minutes of walking after dinner. Yeah. And you call it unblock the sink.
I love that.
Yeah. And I can so see, like now I do it. Yesterday I didn't want to do it, but I did do it. I grabbed Stormy, went for a walk. Yeah. And it's definitely a game changer before bed.
Yes.
Well, when I say before bed, after dinner.
After, yeah.
Is it true when your digestive system's working properly, you're supposed to do number 2 after every meal?
No more than, like an hour or two after.
Yeah, like not 2 seconds, but because I'm noticing that's the rhythm that I've got now. Yes. And I probably would have done one before years ago, just one in the morning.
They do one every 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And they think it's normal. I'm like, what is that normal? So it's normal for me. I'm like, what? That's very normal.
So does that mean your digestive system is working better or?
Yeah, that means the food they're eating has more fiber.
Okay.
Is not processed, doesn't get stuck to colon walls. You know the Stormy's tongue? So colon is the same texture, right? Same texture. It just everything gets stuck to it. So if you're eating more fiber, better oils, chew your food, move around, the body says, oh, I don't need stuff here. Off it goes. But if you imagine if you make a salad or you make your eggs, would you put it on a can for 2 days, 3 days, and then eat it? Never. But imagine that food is in your body for 2 days, 3 days, sometimes 4 days. I have girls that go every 6, 7 days. How do you do that? And that's what, then the liver gets messy, then blood gets messy. Then you get tired, they get depression.
Well, you have rotting food in your stomach.
Yes. It's toxic that's coming back from the colon back to the liver and then back everywhere.
So do you think the energy is related to how well your body's processing all of this stuff?
It all has to do, like, it's not one thing. Is your water, is your food. So you got your water, you got your food, your protein, and sleep. Yeah, is all everything. Yeah, it's everything. Yeah. Yeah.
So sorry, I was just making sure. Jackson's got to check Stormy. She's in the house on her own. I'm making sure she's it's like a bit quiet in there. Yeah, just check. So your liver, your kidneys, your blood, your digestive system. What else is there? So that's all sort of got to.
Everything it's all like a racing car.
Yeah.
So it's not only the
it's tire. An engine, isn't it?
It is. It's not just the engine. You got the mirrors, wiping the windshield, the tires, everything. The body is no different. So your sleep, your hydration, your food, your movement, your mental state, all that affects your digestion. You are what you eat. You are what you digest. You are what you put out. There's so many things out there. But the body is no different. Your body is an amazing machinery. And it's not a complicated thing. It's a simple thing. Hydrate.
It's simple clean. But hard, Tommy.
Hard because
people are programmed into impulse eat.
100%.
Convenient.
Yes. But also food has become a rewarding system, a punish system. If I'm depressed, I want to drink alcohol. I want to eat some shitty food.
Ice cream.
If I'm happy, let's go have a drink. Same thing. So food's supposed to be a fuel to get you from point A to point B. Either you eat to live or you live to eat. You can't choose that right away. And the thing is, it's not difficult, man. You done it. I done it. Everybody that I know is doing it. Is it important? Like I always said, I love that line. Is it important? You do it. If it's not important, you don't. I got no time. Yes, you have time to get up in the morning, go online, queue up, get the coffee, go to office 7 o'clock and be on the computer. You got time for that. We don't have time to go for a walk, make breakfast at home. Same time.
You know, with that on do you have time thing, you know what I've come to realize that is? You just don't care enough.
I know.
Because it doesn't matter what it is
100%.
In life. If it's important enough, you'll do it. It's 100%.
Good question.
You could have any appointment in the day. Yeah. If Jackson said to me, Dad, I've got to go to the doctor's because I've hurt this, that.
Yeah.
That becomes a priority.
100%.
And it's just that people don't care enough to say, I'm going to spend 20 minutes making lunch, or I'm going to do my breathing or hydration. Sometimes when I wake up, let's talk about hydration because I think it's a huge part of all of this.
Big part.
Yeah, and I think it's really underestimated by people. But when I wake up, I have this, because I was having bleeding in the bowels over the years, and that's stopped. Every now and then a blood vessel might pop.
Yeah.
But it's stopped. And I have this, you call it concrete, but I have this drink that it's water, apple cider vinegar, and cayenne pepper. Yeah. And I have that in the first thing, as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
And then after that, I let that do that breathing and all of that. And then I have glutamine, carnitine, your ones, and lemon and water.
Yes.
So that's 2 drinks before anything in the morning.
Yeah.
And I think with water itself, tell us what hydration does, because you're really focused on the number of, but most people, I would have not even one of these in a day.
I know guys that I know them personally for like 40 years. They never drank water. They only eat fruits and fruit juices. That's different style. But there's you could have the best soil. I get the best seeds, the best landscaper, get them in there, put the best flowers in there. If there's no water, they would die off quick. Your body is up to 75% water. Your brain has water, your heart has water, liver. Every organ holds onto a lot of water. If you're not hydrated, then they have no choice to give that water, take that water from there, put it somewhere else. Take from muscle, put it to your heart. Take from here, put it there. Then you get headaches. Then you get migraines. Then you get leg cramps. Then you get muscle aches. Then you get joint pain. then your blood pressure. Water is like, you cannot function without water. There isn't human, well, we're only on Earth. Well, we might be somewhere else, but only on Earth because that's the only place we could find water. No water, you cannot survive. You have to drink water. The water moves all the toxin out, lubricates all the joints, cleanse the liver, cleanse the kidney, water is like, you cannot function without water. Coffee is not the same, soft drink is not the same, nothing's the same. Nothing beats the real water. So people that don't drink water like yourself, they're constipated. It starts from here. First you get constipated, then you get bloated. Then the stuff from the colon goes to the liver, affects the liver. Now also the liver, when it pumps the clean blood, the blood is not clean enough. You got dirty blood going everywhere in your body. Then you get dry eyes, then you get dry mouth, then you get dry hair, then you get dry skin, then you get dry joint. I'm just saying, oh, I feel so tired. I'm always constipated. I have so much headache. I got so much migraines. My eyes are dry. Your body is drinking your water. Your body is actually using all your storage. You have to drink water. And I would say trying to have 2 liters, 2.5 liters of water a day. The first one, you could do big size in one go, because at nighttime you lose a lot of you dehydrate. But throughout the day, just sip. I
was going to say to you, one of the things I've learned is don't worry about the amount of water, the 2 liters, 3 liters, 4 liters. If you just sip continuously all day, just have water with you.
100%.
Sip. You don't have to think about how much you've had then because you just constantly, you get into the habit of just sipping.
Yes. So I used to, when I teach classes, I used to have 2 pot plant and 2 plates. So when we started things, I pour water in the first one and then don't say nothing to people that are watching, and they'll put their water there. I put a few minutes, just sip there. And then when the class was finished, I said, this water is this much water on the base. You could see it on the plate. This one, no drops. Because the soil has a time to soak it. It's no different in the body. Body needs the time to soak the water, put it where the body needs it, into kidneys, into bladder. It's going to go into your joints, it's going to go into eyes, it's going to go to the brain, go to your heart. The body needs to put the water where the body needs at that time. If you're washing it down, it just gets, you can't absorb it. It just goes out. It makes you more dehydrated. You're going to pee every 2 minutes, makes you more dehydrated, and it washes your magnesium, your potassium, like get cramps. So water is diuretic. That means it's going to balance everything out. But drinking too much of it, or big chunking all day long, it's only going to cause problem. Better to drink less, but have slowly than drink a lot. Oh my God, I didn't drink any water. You can't do that. Doesn't work that way.
Last thing I want to ask you, because we need the electricians want to get into this garage, but the magnesium.
Yes.
Important?
So probably.
For energy.
Yes.
Is it?
So if you look
What's the most important supplements?
Globally, if you look at people's deficiency, it's always magnesium deficiency. And that causes the blood pressure, the cramps, the digestions, the colon. Every single cell uses magnesium. All your mitochondria uses magnesium to calm down, rest, and recharge. So if you're magnesium deficient, either from your food or from supplements, then you'll be always dragging. You'll be always tired. You're always cramping and tight. You get eye twitches sometimes, which you had a long time ago. You get eye twitches. So you need magnesium. You get it from nuts, your seeds, your beans, veggies. Always do supplements. Like we're always so deficient magnesium, and that causes a lot of problem. Blood pressure people, they're on so much medication, just take some magnesium. Go on, 2 minutes. So very important.
So in summary, as we wrap up this one, I'd love to talk to you a lot longer, but we don't have this room anymore. But sleep needs to be a focus, and you need some sleep routine.
Yes.
No late night eating.
Yes.
Definitely not in the middle of the night.
No, definitely.
No. Nutrients, rich food.
Proper food.
Proper food, 3 meals a day. Or two decent, one and a small dinner, proteins and greens and fats only at night. Magnesium and hydration.
That's it.
If they follow that and start to, and you got to learn the bits of it. But if you just start on that process slowly, you'll have more energy, you'll feel better,
100%,
and you'll perform better.
Well, as you said, you get nighttime energy, a nighttime routine.
Yeah.
Also, daytime routine.
Yes.
I have one water here, one in my car, one in my office. I have an alarm on my phone. I'm going to eat at this time, not in my office. Go outside, have a quick food, 5 minutes.
Oh, and 20 minutes of sun.
That's so. You need vitamin D
minutes
from. Nothing beats a vitamin D from.
Yeah.
And best thing is first in the morning.
Yes.
It's good for everything else. It just wakes your whole body up there.
Tommy, you're a legend. Thanks.